next, so let me show you one way to get around the problem of the fact that right now the computer keeps on having you guess even once you've guessed the correct answer, which is sort of silly. So I'm introducing a new concept related to loops that we've never encountered before, and that is a special trick that lets you exit a loop before it's done. Okay, there's a special keyword for that in Ruby called break. So you see how I put break there on line 9? So what that does, I should test it out before I tell you what it does. I'm going to guess 33 on my first guess, and it says you won in the program, and the program ends. So what break does is says that if you're in the middle of a loop, even if you still have a few more loops to go, break will exit the loop. It will skip, it will take Ruby beyond the last end of the loop and move on. So this is a new concept, but very appropriate for our situation where we don't want the loop to keep on going once the user guessed the correct answer.
Yeah, break would be a variable, right?
Break is not a variable. Break is simply a keyword. Think of it like P is a keyword that prints something. Break is a keyword that exits a loop.
Tag.
What's that?
You call that like tags, right?
Tags? I call it a keyword. That's the same name. Yeah. In Ruby, it's called a keyword. Basically, anything that's not a variable or like a number or a string is a keyword. Like if is a keyword, do is a keyword, end is a keyword. So break is a special keyword that exits the current loop that you're in. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is how, I guess right now the most lame part of this game is the fact that it's always 33. So let's randomize a new number. So to randomize a number in Ruby, the simple way to do it, let me show you in a new tab. So if you say round 100, or in this case I say p round 100, so I could print it to the terminal. Let's do that again. Round 100 actually doesn't do exactly what you think it does. It gives you a random number between 0 and 99 inclusive. So if I keep on running this, you'll see it's a random number, right? What if I wanted a number between 1 and 100? What would I do? What's that? Well, 101 would get me between 0 and 100. What if I want between 1 and 100?
0.100.
That gets me between 0 and 100. So the trick here is I'm just going to add 1. So since rand 100 gives me somewhere between 0 and 99, I'll just add 1 to whatever that number is. So I'll end up with a number that's between 1 and 100. Does that make any sense? So using this little snippet of code, we can enhance our game by making it so that the number is random every time. However, if I start sticking that rand thing everywhere it says 33, it's not going to work because every time I mention it, it's going to keep on randomizing a new number. So what I want to do here, so this is something very, you want to watch this carefully, is I am going to be moving up this variable, or this 33, I'm going to consolidate it into a single variable. So I'm going to make a variable called correct answer. For now, I'm going to make it 33. Everywhere in my code where it says 33, I'm going to change it to correct answer, which doesn't change my program at all functionally because every time I mention the variable correct answer, that is simply a nickname for 33. But now that I've done that, I can now change the 33 to be some random number between 1 and 100. So if you follow the code carefully, on line 3, the computer generates a randomized correct answer. that will always remain the correct answer for the duration of this program. But then the computer initiates this loop 8 times where it allows the user to guess for the correct answer 8 times, and it lets the user know whether it's too high or low. So trying this out, I'm going to enter a number. At this point, I have no idea what the number is. So I'm going to start with 50. It's too high. I'm going to guess 25, which is too high. I'm going to guess 12, which is too high. 7 is too high. 4 is too high. 3. Answer was 3. And you would all get different results when you run this. So the ability to randomize our number greatly enhances this program. Although it's still debatable whether it's actually fun. But it's fun for my kids. So. Oh, so if you typed in, yeah, great question. So Sam is asking, so I'm going to run this program again. Please enter a number. I'm going to say hello, because I don't listen to directions. Too low. Do you want to know, first of all, it's really interesting. You want to know why it's saying too low. Like, why that? Shouldn't it be like an error or like, I don't know what? So interestingly enough, and I'll show this here as well. This is a weird thing. If you convert a string into a number by simply attaching that .2i at the end, it's 0. It's just always 0. So no matter what I put in here, now I don't know why it's 0, honestly, because why? Why? That's sort of arbitrary. Like if I were Ruby, if I were designing a language, I'd be like, I refuse. I'm giving you an error. I refuse to convert that string into a number because that doesn't make any sense. Okay, forget the language design decisions. But the reason it is saying too low is because when you do type in hello as the user, and in the program it says gets.chomp.2i, it's converting that into 0. So one way you might want to get around it is you can check to see if the number that was entered is 0, and then you can give them another try. So I am just thinking right now if I'm going to demo that right now. I will not demo that right now because it involves one concept that I didn't introduce yet. So I don't want to confuse things. But that's a good question. Any other questions? Yeah. Oh, no. Any other questions?